All right. So we have before studied about ledger, right? Let's just take an example of a bank ledger. All right.
Mhm.
Okay. So this is a ledger control book. Let's
Yeah.
just take it as, mm, cash book. All right. Let's take it as cash book. Okay. So you write the balance brought down and you fill certain amounts, right? Same here. Okay. And after that, you create a balance carried down, right?
Yeah.
And you brought down that balance for the next year, right? Am I
Mhm.
correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the balance brought down, right? This
Yes.
particular thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So trial balance by format, you have three columns. Just a moment,
Yeah.
Sita. I have a bad cold. Okay. Tell me if we are not getting anything. This is just a simple format, all right? You have also got a cold.
Yes, I do.
Oh,
I've got
oh,
a headache.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, I see.
It's bad weather here. It's still very, very cold.
All
Almost.
right. Okay, okay.
Mm.
Okay. So the simplest form of trial balance is this one. All right. So you have got three columns. Okay.
Yeah.
And one column is going to be the particulars. All right. Where you're going to mention which name of the account. Clear? This is just a simple.
Yeah.
We're going to change this a little bit. All right. And you're going
Yeah.
to have a debit column and a credit column.
Yeah.
Understood?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if it is bank, it's more likely that we have a debit balance, right?
Yeah.
The balance carried down is going to be here, and balance brought down is going to be here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So here we have the balance brought down, right?
Yes.
And when I say the balance, it is always brought forward that we are looking into, all right? So this
Mm-hmm.
particular balance brought forward is on the debit side. Understood?
Yeah.
So this balance would go to the debit side of trial balance.
Trial balance. Yeah.
Understood?
Yes.
So whichever side your balance brought forward is, you're going to take the same side of that item, or you're going to take that item to the same side of the trial balance. Clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So trial balance is basically your ledger accounts balances that are grouped together under one account. Clear?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
once all the accounts are, so the steps are like this. You're going to provide double entries. You're going to create ledger out of it. You're going to balance the ledger, and the balances are taken into trial balance account. Understood?
Yeah.
Okay. And if everything that you have done is correct, then the total of the debit and total of the credit should agree each other. Understood?
Yeah.
Okay, so if it is not agreeing, that means some mistakes have been committed and you have to correct it. Clear?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now, this way, trial balance would also act as a control account. Why is that? Because we can know whether there is any discrepancies in the accounts that we have created so far. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. I want you
Yeah.
to write heading as trial balance for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And then from here till here. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And closing debit balances uh, in debit side and closing credit balances in credit side. All right, that's how we are going to
Yeah.
write. Okay,
Okay.
now in the double entry system, totals of the both columns should agree. Okay, write only the ones that I have marked.
Okay.
Okay, if not, discrepancies must be investigated. If not, okay.
Yeah.
Now, after that, just copy the format. I'm just going to explain the format for you. Okay,
Yeah.
so format, as per the format, it applies the same group 1, group 2 rule that we have studied. Okay, that is
Yeah.
all the asset, expense, and losses would usually be on the debit side. Clear?
Yeah.
And clip, that is capital, liabilities, income, and profit are going to credit side of the trial balance. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, so let's see. Revenue is an income, hence credit side. Clear?
Yeah.
Inventory is an asset. Purchases is, an expense.
Yeah.
Administrative expense is an expense.
Mm-hmm.
PPE is an asset. All right. Trade receivables is an asset. Clear?
Yeah.
Cash is an asset. Clear? Hence, these all things would go to the debit side. Clear, no?
Yes.
Now we have the share capital, share premium, retained earnings. Okay, these three, this one is the capital, this two
Mm-hmm.
is the profit. Clear? So they are going to
Yeah.
go to the credit side. Clear, no?
Yeah.
Now, all the liabilities are going to credit side, all the liabilities including trade payables, bank loans, bank overdraft. Clear? So everything is going to go to the credit side. Clear, no?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I want you to take those things down. Take a screenshot. Rita.
Yeah. Okay.
Look.
Yes.
Okay. And copy the format. All right.
Yeah. Okay. That I put it on the
What
wrong.
happened? You got it wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you got it wrong, what happened?
I went to
Your,
correct. The trial balance
I
wasn't
mean, your
right.
trial balance wouldn't get tallied, right? Wouldn't agree with
Yeah.
one another, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And this mistake happened because you took something wrongly, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So same way, there are errors that we have while we are preparing our financial statements. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the errors are of two types. Okay. Errors are of two types.
Yes.
First type of error is when your trial balance is balanced, but there are errors. Understood?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The second type of error is when your trial balance wouldn't agree with one another. That is, the debit and credit column wouldn't agree with one another. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that is the second type. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So now you know, even if the trial balance gets agreed, that is the debit is equal to credit, it doesn't mean that it is a error-free trial balance, right? It is an error-free trial balance. Does it guarantee that? No. Okay.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
there are some errors and mistakes that you do in transactions, which would make the trial balance appear balanced. Understood?
Yeah.
Okay, now we are going to discuss about what are the errors that actually make the trial balance balanced. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. The first one, error of omission. Okay. So error of omission is when, okay, there is a transaction, okay, and you have completely omitted, or you have completely forgotten about that transaction and you haven't recorded it. Clear? So there are no errors. Okay, and the trial balance is going to be balanced, right?
Yeah.
And such type of error is called as error of omission, where you have completely omitted something. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, no?
Mm-hmm.
Second type of error is error of commission. Okay. So error of commission is when you're going to record something on the wrong account. Clear?
Yeah.
For example, there was a for example, there was a rent expense. Okay. and there is electricity charges. Clear?
Yeah.
And you took the rent expense into electricity charges account. That means you have committed an error, and that is error of commission, because even if you have done that, your trial balance is going to get tallied, because in both the scenarios, it is going to be debited on the debit side, right? It is going to be debited, right?
Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. But the error is just that instead of debiting electricity, electricity, it should happen into rent expense. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Next one, error of principle. Okay. So error of principle is when, okay, there is something that has happened, that is, you have done a transaction, okay, and you are going to take it correctly according to the transaction as itself on the debit side, all right, okay, but it should have been in another account, okay, and you have taken it wrong. Clear?
Uh,
For example, let's say, there is a non-current asset, okay, and you
Yeah.
purchase that non-current asset for $1,000, okay,
Yeah.
but instead of debiting a non-current asset account, okay, you took that particular amount to the repair expenses. Clear? That is an
Yeah.
example of error of principle, okay, because one
Yeah.
is asset and the other is the expense. Clear?
Yeah.
Error of commission is when you took the same category of transaction but into different accounts, right?
Yeah.
Error of principle is when your transactions fall under different categories of transactions, but you took it in another account. Clear? Here it is,
Okay.
it should have been on the asset side, right? But you took it on expenditure. Clear, no?
Yeah. Okay.
Next one is compensating errors. Suppose you have committed an error, okay, and you have wrongly debited something of 1,200. Let's just say, okay,
Yeah.
and you have committed another error, okay, and you have wrongly credited 1,200. Understood? So in
Yeah.
this way, this both gets compensated, right? Then
Yeah.
it gets nullified. So whatever you have debited, you have credited it again. Okay, both are
Yeah.
mistakes, and these both mistakes together make it compensated. Clear?
Yeah.
Clear now?
Yeah.
Next one is error of original entry. Okay, so error of original entry means if you had to record something. Okay, let's just say you have made a credit purchase of. Let's just say you made a cash purchase of
Yeah.
$100. All right, and while
Yeah.
you were recording, you take it as $50. Okay, so that means you have actually taken the wrong amount, right? But the
Yeah.
treatment is correct. Okay, so the trial balance is going to get tallied. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, next one, reversal of entries. Okay, so reversal of entry is when you had taken the correct amount, all right, and you have
Yeah.
taken into the correct ledger as well. Okay, but instead of taking on the debit or credit side, you took it on the wrong side of the ledger. Clear?
Yeah.
For example, okay, a cash sale of 200 had been debited to sales and credited to bank. See, the original entry is what? When you make a credit sale. When you make a cash sale. Cash
Yeah.
account debtor to sales, right?
Yeah.
Instead of recording it like this, you record it as sales to cash. Clear?
Yeah.
So this is actually not going to make any difference on your trial balance. Your trial balance would still get balanced. Okay. And this type of error is called reversal of entry. That means you have recorded, you know, uh, opposite of what should have been recorded. Clear? You took
Yeah.
on the debit side transaction is taken on the credit side, and credit side transaction is taken on the debit side. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So this needs to be corrected, right? Even if the trial balance is balanced, it doesn't guarantee that your FS would be in a true and fair view, right?
Yeah.
Hence, when such error has been come under radar or come under notice, it should be corrected. Clear?
Yeah.
So while you're correcting, there are 3 steps that you follow. Okay? The first one is the original entry.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
First one is the original entry. That means what should have been done. Clear?
Yeah.
The second step is what they did. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay? The third step is what is to be corrected. Clear?
Okay. Yeah.
So these are the 3 steps that you would follow when correcting, uh, when correcting an error. All right. So
Yeah.
in case of both the cases, that is, this one is a balanced trial balance error, right? The other case also, you're going to follow the same steps. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Let's just see. Test your understanding too. Okay. State the journal to correct each of the following errors. A cash sale of 100 was not recorded, right? Just
Yeah.
Sidra, follow me, and after that, you can write the notes as well as the questions. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. So, what is the original entry for cash sale? Debit
Um,
cash and credit
credit
sales,
sale.
right?
Yeah.
That is 100. Clear?
Yeah.
Rates of It's a rate expense of $500 paid in cash has been debited to rent account in error. Okay. So
Yeah.
what should the original entry be? That is the first.
Uh,
I'll just
rate
do it here.
expense.
Is it fine if
Debit.
I do it here?
Yes.
Okay. So the first journal entry is debit
Cash.
cash credit sales. 100. Okay. The
Yes.
second journal entry, we're going to follow 3 steps. All right.
Yeah.
Rates expense of $500 paid in cash has been debited to rent account in error. All right. So what is the original entry? Rates, debit rates. This is the original entry.
Yeah.
Debit rates and credit cash, right?
Yeah.
How much is it? 500. What did they do?
They did.
We also have a bad truth. What
Yes.
they did was they debited rent and credited cash. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Listen to
Yeah.
me carefully. So rent has been debited unnecessarily, right?
Yeah.
And rates have not been entered at all. Clear? That is our problem.
Yeah.
How do you correct it? You're going to
You
cancel the
reverse it.
debited rent. So
Yeah.
credit rent and debit the original entry. Understood?
Yes.
Clear now?
Yeah.
Fine. Have you studied this before?
I think so. Mm, but I don't remember. I have studied the errors, but I need to revise them again.
Okay. So understood?
Yes. We
Next
just
one.
cancel the transaction, the
Yes, we
other ones.
cancel this transaction with the opposite entry. That's all.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah. Yes.
Let me just check whether it is recording all right.
Yeah.
Next question. A non-current asset purchase of 1,000 on credit has been debited to repairs expense account rather than an asset account, right? So the
Yeah.
third entry, it should have been, the original entry should have been debit, non-current asset, credit,
Yeah.
uh, trade payables, right?
Yeah.
It's on credit.
Yes.
Okay. But what did they do? They took it on to repairs account, right?
Yeah.
This is the wrong entry.
Yes.
Okay. So in order to correct it, what should we do? We are going to credit the repairs and cancel it.
Yeah.
And we are going to debit the original NCA as it is. Clear?
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
Let's see the fourth one. I'll just change it as wrong entry. Okay.
Yes.
And this one I'll change it as correct entry.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yes.
Corrected entry. Okay. Let's see. The next one is fourth one, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fourth one is goods purchased at a cost of 950, paid in
Yeah.
cash. So this is a purchase accounting, right? Paid in
Yeah.
cash has been debited to sales account. Clear?
Yeah.
So it should have been purchases and was it on cash? Yes, cash. 950, right?
Yeah.
What did they do? What is the wrong entry they did? They debited it to sales, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're going to cancel it and credit the sales and debit the original entry as it is. Clear?
Yeah.
Simple. It gets a bit complicated when you reach the suspense account. This one is relatively simple.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah.
Fifth one. The cash sale of 76 has been recorded as 67, right?
Yeah.
First of all, when there is a question like this, you need to find out what is being recorded. So it was a sale of 76, right?
Yes.
It was
Yeah.
recorded as 67, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So how much more do you need? 10, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to credit the same thing by 10. Clear?
Yeah.
Credit and debit the same thing by 10. Clear?
Yeah.
Understood?
Yes, I did.
Next question. So what happens if it is, a smaller amount? Maybe here it should have been, 10, but they recorded 30. What would you do? You're going to reverse the entry. Clear?
Yeah.
The difference
Yes.
would be taken, 20 would be taken, and the entry would be reversed. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, next one. A cash sale of 200 has been debited to sales and credited to cash. So there was a cash sale made, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the original entry is what? Original entry is debit cash, credit sales, right?
Yes.
200.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what did they do?
They
Has
debit.
been debited to sales and credited to cash, right?
Yeah.
So they actually did the other way around. They did it as debit sales and
Yes.
credit cash, right? 200.
Yes.
Clear?
Yeah.
This is the wrong entry. Understood?
Yes.
Now you need to correct it.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you're going to correct it, would you use the same amount? If the same amount is used, what is the problem?
It would be the same. It wouldn't show as an error on trial balance.
It wouldn't show an error. Would
Yeah.
it correct the original transaction through? So
No. No.
no, right? Because the entire sales get nullified. Understood?
Yes.
Clear?
Yeah. Yes.
The, the entire of the sales would get nullified and you don't want that.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yes.
So what are you going to do? You're going to double this amount. Understood?
Yeah. Yeah.
400. Okay. So that way, 200 that has been wrongly done would get nullified. Okay.
Yeah.
And the 200 of the original transaction would get recorded. Clear?
Yeah.
Understood?
Yes.
Understood the logic, no?
Yes.
Okay. And this is where all of my students go weird. Okay. So their answers are going to get wrong here. Okay,
Okay.
because they are going to get confused what amount to take. Okay, sometimes the
Yeah.
students take it as 200, which is wrong. Clear?
Yes.
Because here the aim is not only to nullify the answer but also to record the actual entry. Clear? No?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you write it as 200, you're just nullifying the error. And when you take the 200, that is when you take 400, you're going to nullify and record the transactions. Understood?
Yes.
Okay, do test first. Take a screenshot and write everything that I have marked.
Okay.
This one, and this one.
Okay.
Took?
Yes.
Okay. Write it down and then do test your understanding too.
Okay.
Okay, and text me in iMessage when you're done. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, listen to me carefully. Okay. So all these errors are something that actually balances the trial balance, but there are errors and it needs to be corrected, right?
Yes.
Now, sometimes the errors would cause the trial balance to not balance one another. That means the debit and the credit totals won't be equal. Clear?
Yeah.
So the examples or the errors which would cause such trial balance error are: first one, single-sided entry. Okay.
Yeah.
Suppose while we are posting something, while we are posting our double entry, suppose we have recorded only for one side of the transaction. Clear?
Yeah.
That means the other side we have taken it as it is, or the other side we have taken it correctly, but the other one we haven't yet used. Clear?
Yeah.
So in this case, there is single-sided entry. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the next case is when, okay, debit and credit entries have been made but at different values. So we have taken debit entries and credit entries as well. Okay. But we have taken a different value over the debit side and a different value over the credit side. That means these two values are not same. Clear?
Yeah.
The third one is two debit or two credit entries have been posted. So we may have, incorrectly recorded something two times on one side. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay? Clear, no? Now,
Yeah.
sometimes while we have, prepared the double entry, while we are posting it, okay, we might have taken that particular amount into a different ledger. Okay, I must stretch this because this is not something that is related with double entry but posting. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have done the double entry right, Sidra. Okay, but while you were posting that, you have taken it on the wrong account. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, next one, opening balance has not been brought down. Suppose for the accounts such as the cash, the purchase, we have opening balances, right? For the non-current asset, right?
Yeah.
So we have actually forgot to take that, or we have not entered that opening balances in the ledger account, then that is also an error that would not balance the trial balance. Clear? Okay. Next is extraction error. Okay. So extraction error happens. Okay. The balance in the trial balance is different from the balance in the relevant account, or the balance from the ledger account has been placed in the wrong column of the trial balance. So we have, as I've said you, as I've told you before, we have two columns, right? One debit and credit column. Okay.
Yeah.
So while we were taking from the ledger account, what happened was you have taken a debit balance over the credit side. Clear? That is extraction error. While you were extracting your ledger balance to the trial balance, you have taken it on the wrong side. Clear? Okay. So in this case,
Yeah.
there would be a difference in balance, right? Hello? Can you hear
Yes.
me? Am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yes.
in this case, there are difference in balances, right? And that particular difference in balances, we are going to take it into suspense account. Understood?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there is an extract given here. The total of this particular side and this particular side is different. Clear?
Yeah.
So what they did was they totaled it down, okay, and found the balance and took the balance as
Mm-hmm.
suspense account. Clear? That is the balancing
Yeah.
figure. Understood?
Yes.
Okay. Now,
Yes.
so you must know suspense account is when you're going to take, or you are going to create a dummy account where you have no credit or debit information that is given to you, but you want to correct your transactions. Okay. And while you are correcting the transaction, you just put it in suspense account in order to make it right. Clear? You won't
Yeah.
understand when I tell you like this, but once the problems are done, you'd understand. Understood?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the two main reasons why suspense account is created. First thing is extraction of debits are not equal to credits. Clear? So we are
Yeah.
going to put the difference into suspense account. Okay? And suspense account automatically corrects the trial balance with errors in balance, with the errors that are equal in balance as well. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay? Now, when a bookkeeper performing double entry is not sure where to post one of the entry, he is going to use the suspense account and dump it in. Okay. So when I
Yeah.
take the students, or when I take this lesson to students, I usually tell them to think suspense account as a dumpster. Clear?
Mhm. Yeah.
You know what is a dumpster, right? So
Yes.
whatever you don't need, you put it in there, right?
Yeah.
So when you
Yeah.
want to debit and correct something, you want to have a credit side, so you're going to put it into suspense account. Clear?
Yeah.
And the vice versa. That is, when you're going to correct the credit side, but you don't know where to put the other one, you're going to dump it into suspense account. Clear?
Right.
Okay. So
Yes.
think of it as a dumpster, and it would be okay.
Yeah.
I want you to write the take a screenshot, Chitra, and write this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And here, just write it as think of dumpster. Alright?
Yeah.
Don't talk like this professionally, alright? It's not a
Yeah.
professional verb. I just use it so that my students get it. Clear?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No problem.
Okay. Write those two things, and I'll try.
Okay.
we'll take this example that is given here.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so we need three things, right? First is the
Yeah.
original entry. Second one is the wrong one, right?
Yes.
And the third one is the corrected one. Okay. Now let's see how what has happened and how it should be recorded. The purchase of a non-current asset costing 100, okay, has been recorded by debiting to the non-current asset account and crediting 100 to cash. That is the, so the original entry is what? Debit NCA by 100, credit cash by 100, right? Clear. But how did they record? How did they record? They debited NCA by how much?
100.
Has been recorded by debiting 10 to non-current asset. They just gave 10 to non-current asset and credit cash 100. So in this particular scenario, you have correctly recorded cash, right? But the NCA
Yeah.
is wrong. Understood?
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
is wrong by how much? 90, right? So you
Right.
need to increase your NCA by 90 in order to correct it. Understood? Understood the logic?
Yeah.
So the corrected entry would be NCA and you correct it by 90, right? Now, can
Right.
you take cash?
Yeah.
Can you take cash? Because cash is correct.
Not
Cash is
current
correct.
asset. No.
So if you take cash again, then the cash is going to be credited by 100 more. You don't want that. 90
No.
more. And you don't want that, right? So you're going to use
Yeah.
your dumpster. That is the suspense account. Understood?
Right.
Okay? Clear now?
Yeah.
Let's see the
Yeah.
illustrations and see. Okay. And there is something of a note here. That is, if the opening balance has not been brought down, okay, what you do is you're going to journal it. That is, you're going to pass the double entry, okay, and you're going to do it in opposite entry to suspense account. Clear? So if you are taken in the
Yeah.
credit, you're going to debit it. If you are taken in the credit, you are going to debit it. Clear?
Yeah.
Just the opposite side. The correction journal must always include an equal debit and credit. So that is all. The correction journal is the double entry format. That means it should be a debit and credit amount that is being equal to one another. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, let's see the questions. On extracting a trial balance, the accountant of ETT discovered a suspense account with debit balance of 100 and 1075, right? Included therein, it was also discovered that the debits exceeded the credits by 957. This difference was posted to suspense account and then investigated the situation. The investigation revealed the following. A debit of $75 on the postage account had been incorrectly extracted on the list of balances as 750. Just a moment. A debit balance of 75 on postage account had been incorrectly extracted on the list of balances as 750 debit, right? Okay. So what is the original journal entry? That is the first one. Postage debit, right?
Yes.
Okay, and credit, you're not going to use cash, you're going to use bank, because for company, the transactions are going to be from bank. 75. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what happened?
Deposited wrong.
What happened?
Just a second.
Had been incorrectly extracted on the list of
750.
balance as 750 debit, right?
Yeah.
So you should have recorded 75, but you took how much? 750.
750.
Understood? So what is the
Yes.
wrong entry? Wrong entry is such that debit postage as how much?
750.
750. Cash is taken correctly. They have
Yeah.
clearly told that postage account had been incorrectly extracted. Clear. So cash is
Uh-huh.
assumed to be correct. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what are your corrections? You're going to decrease the postage, right? By how much? You're going to decrease the postage account
675.
by 750 minus 75. Clear?
Yeah.
And you don't have anything to dump it upon, right? So you take the suspense
Yeah.
account.
Yeah.
Clear? Understood?
Yes.
Understood now? Now
Yeah.
the second one. A payment of 500 to a credit supplier X had been correctly entered in the cash book, but no entry had been made in the payable control account. Okay? So what is the original journal entry? Debit trade payables, right? Because you have paid off that amount, right? How much is it?
Yeah.
500. And
Yeah.
credit cash. This is the original entry.
Yeah.
What did they
Yeah.
do? What did they do?
What's it wrong?
Let's see. Had been correctly entered into the cash book. All right. So it is correctly entered upon the cash book. That is, the cash book is 500. But what happened to
Uh-huh.
the other side? But no entry had been made in the payables control ledger account. So they
Yeah.
just took it and posted
Missed.
into cash account, but they haven't taken it to payables ledger control account. Clear? So what would be your
Yeah.
entry? Your payables ledger account is still increased by 500 because you haven't shown that payment, right? So
Yeah.
you're going to debit payables and decrease the amount by 500. Okay. Now, cash is recorded correctly. So you can't go to the cash and take it here. So you're going to dump it on the
Yeah.
suspense account. Clear?
Yeah.
Understood?
Yes. Yeah.
Third one. Easy? Just a moment.
Yes. Until now it's easy.
Okay, next one. Let's see the next one. Is it okay so far?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, next one. When a motor vehicle had been purchased during the year and bookkeeper did not know what to do with the debit entry, so made the accounting entries as debit, suspense, and credit bank, right? So what did he do?
Yeah.
What did he
He
do? What is the original journal entry? You purchased a motorbike, right?
yeah.
So it is debit motor vehicle. So it is
Yeah.
debit motor vehicle account
Yeah.
and credit cash. right?
Yes.
How much is it? 1575. So this should have been the value, right? How did he record that? He did not know what to do, right? So what did he do? He debited a suspense account because he didn't know. So he created a dummy account, suspense account, and he took that amount in it, right? So the wrong entry
Yeah.
is debit suspense, credit cash, right? So cash is right.
Yeah.
So he has got that cash right. What he got it wrong was he created a suspense account for it, right? So we are going to reverse it and reduce the suspense account by 1575. Understood?
Yeah.
Now, originally, what should have been debited? The motor vehicle, right? So you're going to debit
Yeah.
back the motor vehicle by 1575. Understood?
Yeah.
Don't sleep. Understood, Siddha?
Yes.
Is it confusing?
A little bit.
You have to think over it. All right. So you need three things. One is the original journal entry. Second one is the wrong entry. Third one is the corrected entry. Clear?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fourth one. A credit balance of rupee of $81 in sundry income had been incorrectly extracted on the list of balances as a debit balance, right? So what happened? What is the double entry?
It's
It might be like, anyway, you need to understand, you need to credit sundry income, right?
yes.
And debit cash, sorry, bank account. This is the entry. What did they do?
Deposit in the
Sundry income account had been incorrectly extracted. That means the cash went right, but they went wrong in the sundry income, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what did they do?
Yes. Instead of
Account had been incorrectly extracted
I
on the
don't
list of balances as a debit balance. So they took it as a debit balance, right?
yeah.
So
Should
they
have been
debited
credit.
sundry income. Understood?
Yeah. Yes.
This is 81, 81. Okay. And
Yeah.
bank, they have taken it right. They have taken on the debit side itself. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. And they have taken sundry income on the debit side as well. So what is the correct entry? Tell me.
Credit.
Credit sundry income, right?
Yes.
There is no other account to balance it.
Correct.
So you're going to use your, you're going to use your dumpster suspense account. Clear?
Yes.
Now, if you write 81, what would happen?
It's going to be
Your mistake becomes zero.
yeah. It's going to cancel.
It is just going to cancel the amount. Would the sundry income increase?
Yeah. Debit and debit. No.
No, right? Because it gets nullified. There is no sundry income as such if you just debit it. So you're going to take
Yeah.
the, double of it. That is 8 plus 8, 162.
Yes.
Clear?
Yeah.
Understood? 81 plus 88, 81.
Yeah.
Understood now?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I'll just give you a small demonstration of what happens. Okay. This particular amount was taken as cash account 81 in sundry income, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you write as suspense, the balance doesn't create any balance, right?
Yeah.
Because 81 and 81 gets tallied. Okay. but you need to record an 81, extra 81 as an income, right? So you're going to record this here as again 81, such that your balance carried forward would be 81. Understood?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Clear?
Yeah.
That is the logic behind this. That means when
Yeah,
you post it on the wrong side, and when you take the same amount, it is going to nullify that. But when you double up the gain, it is going to correctly record what should have been originally recorded. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, now
Yes, thank you.
moving on. Moving on. Fifth one. Listen carefully. A receipt of 5 from a credit customer, Y, had been correctly posted to receivables account, but had been entered in the cash book as 625.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is clearly a confusing mistake, right? First one. What should have been done? Debit cash, credit receivables. Right? How much? 5. This is the entry. This is the original entry, or the what should have already should have been recorded, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What did they do? Let's see. Y had been correctly posted to receivables account. So it is already posted correctly on the receivables account. But it was entered in the cash book as 625, right? Okay. So what did they do? They debited cash for $625, but credited receivables as 5 itself. Understood?
Yep.
You need to correct this, right? Because it is 620 extra here.
Yes.
So you need to bring that amount down. You're going to credit cash and bring the 620 down. You don't have any other account to dump that into. So you're going to take suspense account. Clear?
Yes.
Understood?
Yep.
So next one, sixth one. The bookkeeper was not able to deal with the receipt of $500 from the owner's own bank and made accounting entries debit bank and credit suspense. Okay. So what happened was the bookkeeper had his own expenses, right?
Right.
Okay. And not his own expense. There was a receipt of 500. Okay. Clear? Now, this particular 500 is taken or should have taken into capital, right? Since it is a owner's fund. Clear? Owner's own bank. Understood?
Yeah.
Okay, this simply means that for a company a shareholder may be contributed a sum of 500. Okay, and since the bookkeeper didn't know what to do, he took it into bank account and he treated the other side as suspense account. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so this should have been originally what? Debit bank and credit capital. Clear?
Yeah.
500. And what he did is clearly given to you. He took it as debit bank and credit suspense, right?
Yes.
A suspense account has been unnecessarily created. So you're going to cancel that out. You're going to debit the suspense. Okay. And you're going to do what you have to do originally, that is credit capital. Clear, no?
Yep.
Okay, it is owner's own fund. That means capital. Clear?
Yeah.
Owner's own bank account was debited with or was put a receipt of 500. That means owner's own fund. Clear?
Yes.
No entry has been made for a check of $120 received from a credit customer M. Okay. So this is no entry, right? So this is a trial balance error which doesn't create a difference in trial balance total. Okay. So originally debit 120 in bank and credit customer M, that is receivables, right?
Yes.
Clear? What is the
Yes.
mistake? No entry. No entry is the mistake.
Yes.
So you're just going to pass the entry. That's all. Debit bank.
Error of omission. Omission.
Yes, an error of omission.
Yeah.
And 20, 120. Clear?
Yes.
Now the eighth one. A receipt of 50 from credit customer N had been entered
Yes.
into the receivable control ledger account as 5, and into the cash book as 5. Clear?
Yeah.
So what is the original entry? Debit cash or bank credit receivables of how much? 50.
Yeah.
What is the wrong entry that is being done? They took it as debit cash credit receivables as how much? $5. Clear? What is the correct entry? You're going to increase both by 45 so that it
45.
reaches 50. Clear?
Yes.
Easy, no?
Yes.
It needs some thinking, but it is easy. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what are you going to do? You have done all the suspense, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to open the suspense account.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're going to take the balance brought forward. They have given you here, right? It's a debit balance, right?
Yes.
So balance brought forward is how much? 1075, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This much is clear.
Yes. Yes.
Now, what is the trial balance difference? Also discovered that in the current year, what happened? See, this is something that happened. This is a balance that is brought down, right? So this is an opening balance. Okay.
Yes.
But they have also mentioned what happened in the current year. That is, it is 957 more, right?
Yes.
Okay. The debit exceeds the credit by 957.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Clear, no? So
Yes.
that particular balance would be taken here. Trial balance
Yeah.
differences. That is on the opposite side. 957. Clear? It's a debit. Debit side exceeds credit side. That is, debit is more and credit is less, right?
Yeah.
You're going to take debit. That is, you have the 957 here. So you're going to take it on to the opposite side of credit side. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you're going to take each thing. First, this one. Suspense on the debit side. So postage is also on the debit side. Clear?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How much is it? 675.
Yeah.
Clear? Second one, suspense is
Mhm.
on the suspense is on the credit side. So whatever happens goes on the credit side. That is triad payables, right?
Yeah.
By how much? 500. Clear?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, in a lot of questions, this might not be there. Clear? If it is there, you have to take it. If it is not there, no need of taking it. All right?
Yep.
Now, 1, 2. Third one, suspense is on the which side? Suspense is on the credit side.
Credit.
So, motor vehicle comes on the credit side. Clear?
Yeah.
1575, right?
Yes.
Okay. Next one. Suspense is on which side? Debit side. So, sundry income on the debit side. Clear?
Yeah.
162.
Yes.
Next one. Suspense is on the debit side. So, whatever comes on the other side becomes the debit. That is cash.
Okay.
620. Okay.
Yeah.
Next one. Third one. Sorry, sixth one. Suspense to capital, right? So suspense is on the debit side. So capital also comes on the debit side of how much? 500. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is there suspense for this one? No. So this is not taken. Is there suspense for this one? So it is also not taken.
No.
Clear? Now,
Yep.
if you have done everything right, this should tally. Clear?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
1075 plus 675 plus 162 plus 620 plus 500. That is
This is
3032, right?
Yeah.
Here 957 plus 500 plus 1575. 3032. So we have done everything right. Clear?
Yeah. Yeah.
Understood?
Yes. Thank you.
I'll send the whole thing. Do it on your own. If there is any doubt,
Mm-hmm.
refer to the PDF I have sent you. Clear?
Yeah. Yes.
We'll stop here.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. Then we'll continue in the next class. There is a small, very small portion left. We'll complete that in the next class. All right?
Yeah. No problem. Thank you very much.
Okay, Sidva. Thank you. I'll send the recordings as soon as
Thank
it
you.
is available.
Okay. Thank you. Bye. Have a nice evening.
Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you. Bye. Stanley.